hell are we going to get out of here?
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Steven, you need to do something quickly. I can't go back in there. I can't.
Get a grip on yourself, Professor. Well, Commander, whatever the hell you're doing, you better hurry it up.
Just a few more seconds.
Time's up, Steven.
Son of a... every freaking time. Ryan here. What is it, Ensign?
Incoming hail from Argus, sir. Priority 2 message from Admiral Carpenter. Your eyes only encoded.
Very well, Mr. Cross. Pipe it through.
Evening, Mark. Hope I didn't disturb you.
Yes, sir. But that isn't going to make you call back, is it?
Nope.
I thought not. What can I do for you, sir?
It's a courtesy call, more than anything.
You got me out of the bath for a courtesy call?
I got you out of the bath to tell you I'm appropriating 2 of your officers for a special mission.
What?
I need to borrow Commanders Albrecht and Leyland for a few days. That's all.
Borrow? Why aren't I going to like where you're sending them?
You heard of the Universal Church of Humanity?
Oh, yes. We ferried their representative to that fiasco on Princeps a couple of months back, remember?
Yeah, well, it seems like they've been making waves back home. A lot of the influential folks are spouting their party line.
We heard rumors that they were making inroads on the colonies. I didn't realize that Earth was having the same issues. The president insinuated that they had clout when I last spoke to her.
Exactly. Intelligence smells a rat. A big one.
They reckon that they're a cover for something else?
There's a lot of unrest out in the colonies about where the Alliance is heading. Liberals are starting to get support again.
I take it this whole humanity first stuff is pushing the right buttons for certain people?
We heard some chatter about something going on at their temple on Earth. Now, we've done what we can eyeballing around the place as legally as possible. And they're coming back clean as a whistle.
So, I take it you want to check things out less legally?
Got it in one, Mark.
Well, Rachel I can understand, but Steven?
I need someone who isn't too recognizable. Somebody who ain't going to be suspected.
But, sir, Stephen's a fine officer and an outstanding flight leader, but an undercover agent? He breaks out in a rash if he misses his name off the bottom of a report. I don't really think he's cloak and dagger material.
Well, there's nobody else with sufficient experience who's suitable. Plus, I want somebody I can rely on if things go south in a hurry.
Well, there's always, and I hesitate to say this, but there's always Nolan.
You serious?
He's perfect for the job, sir.
He's also way too recognizable. You really want the wrong people asking questions about him?
Fair point, sir. Well, if you're dead set on this course, sir, there's not really much else I can say. I'll have them recalled, then. They both went on shore leave a couple of days ago.
No need for that, Mark. I sent a communique already. See as how they're on Earth already.
You already asked them?
Well, I assumed you'd say yes, so I thought might as well get the ball rolling. No sense in them hanging around waiting.
Sir, I think he's too straight-laced to cope with unorthodox strategies. And what's more, I protest you requisitioning two of my officers without even asking me.
Leyland has an A-star record, Mark. He's destined for big things if he can pull his head out of his ass long enough to get himself noticed. Rachel, well, you still owe me one about her. As for the requisition, let's not forget who's the Admiral here.
Yes, sir. I just hope he doesn't get himself into any hot water.
Welcome home, son.
Hi, Dad.
You back for long?
A few days. The ship's out on patrol at the moment. I had some leave due, so I thought I'd drop in on you and Mom and see how you were doing.
Well, come on in. Your mother is going to be happy to see you.
Stephen! It's so good to see you. I've missed you. It's been far too long.
Happy New Year, Mom. I'm glad to be home.
My, but you're thin. Have you been eating properly?
Sheesh, Mom. We go through this every time I come back. I'm fine. But I do have to admit, I could do with some of your cooking.
Hello, Gordon. What's wrong?
Can I come in, David? I'm at my wit's end and I need to talk to someone.
Sure. Steven's here though, so...
Steven? Excellent. He might be able to help.
Hello, Mr. Drake. Are you alright?
My daughter, Tanya. She's... gone. She's joined up with the Universal Church bunch.
No offense, Gordon. But she is old enough to make her own decisions, you know.
I know that, goddammit! But that's not what's worrying me. I had a vid card from her 2 days ago.
Hello, Dad. I'm just sending you this message to let you know that I'm fine and there's no need to worry about me. I know you're as upset as you were when I went to Ursus Magna, but this is nothing like that at all. Completely the opposite. In fact, I've got important work to do for the church. So, don't fret. And I'll see you soon. Love you, Dad.
She seems fine to me.
I think that's the idea, Dad.
Huh?
Mr. Drake, I take it that Tanya was trying to send you a hidden message in that transmission.
Yes. You see, when Tanya was 11, she once deliberately got on the wrong shuttle bus when we were living on Earth Prime, and ended up on a mining station on the primary satellite. I went mad with her.
So you think the reference is to tell you she's been sent somewhere against her will?
I know my daughter, Stephen. She's willful and stubborn, just like her mother, God rest her, and always speaks her mind. If she's gone to the trouble of trying to tell me something without directly stating it, I'll lay good money that something's wrong.
Have you spoken to the authorities about this?
Are you kidding? The district commissioner is on the fundraising committee of the local church. They won't listen.
Well, I failed to see what I can do for you, Mr. Drake. It's really not my field.
Well,
Incoming call for Commander Stephen Leyland.
What's that?
Excuse me, Mr. Drake.
Stephen, don't say you're going off again so soon.
Sorry, Mom. You know how it is. I am in the military, after all.
What on earth could be so important that they're bothering you when you're on leave? It's not war again, is it?
I seriously doubt it, Dad. Leyland here, ready to receive call.
Incoming call is coded Alpha 2 clearance. Please state service number and provide retinal scan to unlock message contents.
Service number 121-02359, SLLC. Current assignment, USS Odyssey A. Access call.
Hello, Commander. I know you're on leave and all, but I'm calling with an interesting assignment for you.
What was that all about?
I'm sorry, Mom. Dad, I've got to cut my leave short. Something's come up.
They certainly don't believe in giving you any time to yourself, do they?
Dad?
Well, you know what I think about it.
You should know all about it. It wasn't that long ago since you were in the service.
Yes, well, don't get me wrong. The fleet does a thankless job, but from time to time, they do go overboard with the workload.
Yes, I know. I have to go. I'll be back in touch as soon as I can. Mr. Drake, don't worry about your daughter. I'll look into it as a matter of urgency.
thank you, Stephen.
What'll it be, sir?
I'm looking for a friend of mine. I was told they'd be here.
Well, I don't do friends, sir. I only serve drinks. So, what'll it be?
Give me a martini, then.
Here.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Evening, Commander. Nice song.
Stephen? What are you doing here?
Seeing what you get up to on your shore leave, it seems.
You'd better come with me. Now, seriously, why are you here?
I had a message from Admiral Carpenter. He told me to come and find you here.
It looks like I can't get a day off, even when I'm not on board ship. Very well. What did he say?
This is Tanya Drake. She went missing about a week ago. 2 days ago, her father received a videogram from her.
And? I don't mean to sound cold, Stephen, but what's that got to do with us?
It turns out that Tanya Drake is Professor Tanya Drake of the Hawking Institute, one of the foremost authorities on dimensional physics in the Alliance.
I see.
And the videogram stated that she's undertaking work for the Universal Church.
The Universal Church? Why would they need a dimensional physicist?
That's precisely what Admiral Carpenter wants to know.
I presume you and I drew the short straw on this little jaunt, I take it?
Looks like it. Though why he wants me, I don't know.
Carpenter always has his reasons. For anything. If he asked for you, there has to be something behind it.
So, where do we go from here?
I have some contacts I need to get hold of. I'll meet you at my place in an hour. Here's the address.
Very well. Oh, and Rachel? Nice voice.
Spectre 1 to Wraith. Package has been acquired. Over.
Wraith to Spectre 1. Acknowledged. Make your way to the rendezvous point. We'll await you there. Over and out.
What the hell?
Sorry about that, Commander. We had to make sure you weren't being followed.
Do you mind telling me what the hell is going on?
Of course. I'm your contact, Captain Danielle Crosbie, 1st Aerospace Tactical Response Battalion. And these are my men.
So, you're a ghost then?
Indeed I am, Commander. We have further priority orders from Admiral Carpenter.
He could have just told me.
Too many prying eyes, Commander. We know that several interested parties know of Commander Albrecht's credentials, shall we say. We couldn't afford to wait for her to get in touch through proper channels.
My head tends to disagree.
Look, Commander, we haven't got time for niceties. We understand that Professor Drake is being made ready to be moved from their headquarters, and we can't risk them taking her somewhere else. Now this is what we're going to do. You clear on what we need to do, Commander?
Crystal, Captain. Not that I'm happy about it, mind you.
Listen, I told you. We haven't got time for standard procedures. Commander, something serious is going down inside there, and we need to know what it is.
Yeah, I know. It would have been simpler all around if you just asked me, you know.
Sorry, sir. Our orders stated we needed to get a hold of you as soon as possible and get the mission underway with the minimum of delay. You can lodge a protest with the Admiral later, if that makes it any easier.
Yeah, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
Look, just get in there. Locate where they're holding the professor and get out. That's all you have to do. Leave the rest to us.
Well, since you put it that way.
Hold, brother.
Greetings, brother.
What brings you here?
I come seeking the truth inherent in humanity.
Then you have come to the right place. Enter, brother, and partake in the wisdom of the Lord.
Thank you, brother.
But then that's hardly a surprise.
True. So what news about the Blessed Project?
I understand the professor has nearly completed the device. One of the lay brethren was talking about it last night in the mess hall.
To think it won't be long until we can communicate with.
Quiet. Greetings, brother. How can we help you?
I'm seeking the High Elder's office. I have an urgent message here for him.
The Higher Elder's office is through the arch, along the corridor at the end, on the right.
Thank you, brother. Spirit to Wraith. I'm in.
Spectre here. Wraith isn't available at the moment. Sit rep, Spirit.
It's not that far from the High Elder's office. If the professor is being held here, I figure her location will be there, somewhere.
Affirmative, Spirit. Be advised, you have 5 minutes to complete objective and return to your entry point before the fireworks start. Acknowledge?
Acknowledge. Spirit out.
I highly advise you to cooperate, Professor. I am given to understand my lord's methods of persuasion are much less pleasant than you can imagine.
Spirit to Wraith. Change of plan. The target is within range. I'm attempting extraction now.
Negative, Spirit. I repeat, negative. Do not attempt extraction alone.
In that case, my child, I have no option available to me than to call my lord and have him discuss the situation with you.
Damn it. I haven't got time to wait. She's about to be interrogated. I'm going in.
No, Commander, no.
What is the meaning of this?
Step aside, sir. Let the professor go, and there will be no need for unnecessary violence.
Well, 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 if it isn't Stephen Leyland. Now this is a pleasant surprise.
Van Meyer? What the hell are you doing here?
Now who would have thought I'd run into you here? You're looking well.
That's more than I can say for you.
Yeah, well, these primitive life forms aren't very well suited for holding the essence of a god, now are they?
I see time hasn't been any kinder to your sanity either.
Scoff all you want, Stephen, but I wouldn't cross me if I were you. See what I mean?
Enjoy it while it lasts, Van Meyer. I'm not here alone.
Oh, so you mean you're here with her?
What?
Did you just underestimate me again, Leyland? Shame on you. You really ought to know better by now.
Captain, what the hell?
I'm sorry, Commander. I didn't have a choice. He has my sister hostage and...
Hostage? Do I? Well, I'm sure that's news to her.
Sarah? What?
Danielle, you really aren't that bright, are you? No wonder you went into the military.
I don't understand.
Of course you don't. So I use small words for you. I set you up.
No, it's not possible.
You think? Danielle, you were always a bit slow, weren't you?
What's going on?
Oh, a little family tiff. You see, I needed somebody on the inside of the military, and Sarah here was quite willing for me to use her sister as a, how is it you say it, stool pigeon. Yeah, that's the one. So, when Sarah discovered it was Ryan who really royally screwed things up for me at Nothar, she positively jumped at the chance to put one over on him.
What have you got against Captain Ryan?
I was the comms officer on the Odyssey during her final mission. He nearly killed us all looking for glory.
What the hell are you talking about? It was the captain that stopped the war from starting again.
By killing nearly all of the crew in the process? Come on now, Stephen. Even you have to admit that that's a little, I don't know, excessive. Don't you think?
Ryan and I will have a reckoning one day. You can count on it.
And of course, if there's anything I can do to help it along, naturally I will. Go prepare the device. Our guest will be along shortly to join you.
Somehow, I think prisoners is a better word.
Really? I prefer test subjects myself.
You can't be serious.
Why am I not thrilled by this?
Oh, but I am very serious, Professor. You see, I need to know if this little device of yours actually works. And I can't think of a better way to try it, well, than to use it on you. And I'll know if it works or not.
Nothing's too low for you, is it?
Oh, please, I am as far above you as an ape is above an amoeba, and you think your pitiful attempts at insults will faze me at all?
Wait a minute. You're possessed, aren't you?
Possessed? Hardly. I'm a Gestalt, a combination of myself and the old one within me.
Old one? It said something about the old ones.
What? What did?
What's up, Van Meyer? I know something you don't.
You're another fool, Leyland. And to think I had high hopes for you. Not some bumbling idiot like Ryan, and not some sneaky bitch like Albrecht. Just another dumb, rule-bound grunt, ignorant and blissful in your stupidity.
I'm glad to disappoint you. What are the old ones?
You can't even hope to understand.
Try me.
We are a race of beings who existed so far back in the mist of time that we've passed into legend. We strolled the universe like giants, and in the distant past like gods, until we were betrayed.
You liar! Your people were traitors to the ancients.
Shut up!
You sold out our reality to the enemy. I've seen the records in your vaults. I know.
I'm warning you, Professor.
What do you mean?
This thing and its companions. They were tetrarchs. They joined with some ancient enemy that the ancients were fighting, to save their own skins. When the enemy was defeated, the traitors were sealed up for eternity as punishment.
Silence!
Leave her alone.
Oh, what do we have here? A white knight? Another one of Ryan's little peons?
Look, if you're going to kill, let's get on with it. Don't stand around gloating all day.
Well, I see you haven't lost any of your spirit, and that's good. You're gonna need it. Take these two to the laboratory. The final phase of the test needs live subjects. And we may as well get some use out of these two.
Yes, Lord Kovenaar.
Kovenaar?
What's wrong with that? It is, after all, my name.
You're trying to tell me that you're the Canis god of the dead?
Guilty as charged. Why do you think the Canis came back fighting after a decade of peace? And who do you think set them loose on the Alliance in the first place?
You?
Me. Canis uncovered my incarceration unit on one of their moons while they were searching for cerium deposits. They were small, insignificant. Oh, but they had some wonderfully big ideas. It didn't take me long to find their leader and convince him to listen to me.
You mean you possessed him? That explains the coup. The Canis realized something was wrong and assassinated him, didn't they?
His mind wasn't strong enough to hold my presence for very long. Those damn Canis turned on me before I could complete my goal. Stupid, narrow-minded pups. I could have given them the universe. Instead, they cowered away and sued for peace.
And I bet it was you who stirred it all up again last year, wasn't it?
Clan Surrak. They've been long devoted followers of the Burning One. When they realized that I really was their god risen from the ashes, they couldn't do enough for me. Plus, Grath wanted revenge for the death of his son.
I bet that was something to do with you as well, wasn't it?
Peace wasn't something I wanted. I wanted you humans tied up, and the peace accords would have delayed my plans.
So you convinced Grath's son to attack the Olympic and try to scupper the Accords?
The Canis military wanted the war over. That wasn't part of the scheme. With the Imperator dead, they rolled over and gave up. The attack would have forced them back into battle, and Ryan ruined it all. Again.
Why? Why try to stir up an intergalactic war?
Why not? It was a diversion. Plus the energy released, well, that was important for the plan.
Plan? What plan?
Come now, Mr. Leyland. This isn't some bad novel where the evil villain gives away his secrets. I think I'll enjoy knowing you died without knowing why. Take them away.
So, what's in store for us then?
Then Meyer had me working on a displacement wave device. I can only assume he wants to see if it works.
And I presume that's what we're being saved for?
The human body isn't able to withstand an unshielded displacement. We know that from simple physics. What we don't know is what would happen if a human was displaced without a shielded suit.
Whatever the effects, I can imagine they won't be pleasant. Why did he have you constructing a displacement device in the first place?
I have no idea. He just kept saying it was important to his plans, whatever they are.
Well, we can't hang around here to find out. We need to get out of here.
Commander, I'm so sorry.
Save it, Captain. The time for apologies can come later. If there is a later.
How could I be so stupid?
It was your sister. There's nothing stupid about wanting to take care of family.
Yeah, easy for you to say. You didn't just trash 20 years of an unblemished career with 5 minutes of stupidity.
I don't suppose our men are innocent of all this, are they, Captain?
They don't know a thing. The problem is, by the time they figure out something's wrong, it'll be too late.
I wouldn't exactly say that just yet, Captain.
Getting out of here is going to be easier said than done, isn't it?
Professor, in order to become an Alliance Fleet Officer, you have to attend a huge number of intensive training courses. Advanced hand-to-hand combat was one of them.
I don't suppose that telepathy is high up on the list?
No. Why? Well, we can't all be perfect. Let's go.
Go? Go where?
We need to get that displacement device.
You're mad! We have to get out of here!
Not without that device.
We can't fight our way out of this place with only 2 rifles.
We shouldn't need to.
What the hell is that?
That should hopefully be the cavalry arriving.
It was on all that time?
As soon as I saw what was happening, I keyed the transmitter on and left the channel on to transmit. I was hoping your boys would be on the ball.
What?
Hello, sister.
Feel better?
Not really, no.
Look, we haven't got time for this. We have to get out of here. Now, where's the device?
There. It's there, on the table.
That's it!
You know what they say about size, Captain.
Well, it's never been the case in my experience.
How does the thing work anyways?
It's calibrated to displace any inanimate matter in its activation range at the moment. The dials on the side control the extent of the wave field. It's activated by the switch box in the case.
Leyland.
Run!
How in the hell are we going to get out of here?
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Steven, you need to do something quickly! I can't go back in there. I can't.
Get a grip on yourself, Professor. Well, Commander, whatever the hell you're doing, you better hurry it up.
Just a few more seconds.
Time's up, Steven.
Go ahead and blast me, if you fancy taking a trip somewhere.
What are you talking about?
Steven, what have you done?
You blast me, and we all go bye-bye. And I'm damn sure you haven't got a plan for that.
Oh, very clever, Commander. One would almost say it was inspired. But for that fact, of course, if you were to do that, you'd effectively kill yourself and your 2 friends as well.
I'll not let anything I made be used for anything you want it for.
You think I wouldn't rather die than to see you get away? Think again.
You were saying?
Seems I've misjudged you somewhat. No matter. Go ahead, press your little button. Let's see who's fastest, shall we? You or this blaster? What are you?
Hello, Nicholas.
Ryan!
Call off the dogs then, Meyer, or else.
Go ahead, you wouldn't shoot an unarmed...
Sir.
No time for recriminations, Commander. Mr. Cross, get this thing low enough for them to get aboard.
Aye, sir.
Stephen, you have to throw that trigger away.
What? But I thought...
You don't understand. The trigger is the focal point of the displacement wave, and once it's activated, you can't switch it off.
Oh, you could have told me.
I didn't know you would be crazy enough to activate it.
You crazy? My, Mr. Leyland. What have you been up to?
Damn it. Sir, listen. You need to get everyone out of the building. Now.
Ensign, get a signal out. Emergency evacuation.
Sir, I just had a signal from the Major. The place is already clear, except for some UCH holdouts.
Sir, my hand is getting awfully tired.
We don't have time to wait for them. Stephen, get ready. Ensign, get us out of here. Full speed on my order. Now, Tony.
It works,
Sir?
Yes, Stephen?
The next time Admiral Carpenter asks me to do him a favor, please remind me to respectfully tell him to get stuffed.
I didn't realize your officers were such quick thinkers, Captain.
Once Rachel realized that Stephen hadn't checked in with her, she contacted me straight away.
Yes. Funny how the Odyssey was already en route to Earth, wasn't it?
Well, the Chief has been asking for an overhaul on the impeller alignment circuitry for some time. It just seemed to make sense that with most of the crew on shore leave for a week or two, we may as well use the time to do something constructive.
So I see. And it's also funny that the Sentinel just happened not to need its repair berth at MacArthur all of a sudden, isn't it?
What can I say, sir? Captain Lyra has always been accommodating to ships that are in dire need of urgent maintenance.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So, the official report is that there was an underground volcanic eruption in the mountain range where the temple was located?
It appears so.
You really think that anyone is going to buy that line?
Trust me, intelligence has had a lot of practice making people believe things a lot harder to believe than that, Mark.
Was anything found in the area?
Take it you want to find out if they found any trace of Van Meyer? In answer to the question you didn't ask, no, didn't find a thing.
I suppose with that displacement effect, his body would have gone wherever the tower went.
We can but hope, Captain.
So, what happens now?
Well, all we got is a non-functioning piece of metal, smoking crater, and several very high-profile individuals making a lot of noise and getting some hefty political capital out of this. In my opinion, we could have done better.
What about Professor Drake's testimony?
Nothing to back it up. It'll just be seen as typical anti-religious government propaganda. It'll do us more harm than good to press any further down that alley.
Well, sir, we could have done a lot worse.
True enough. Admiral Monroe is having a hell of a time keeping the press and the liberals away from the fallout. And the UCH is hollering fit to bust about government repression of religious freedom. On the other hand, Special Ops and Intelligence are right behind us on this, seeing as how neither of them wants the fact that one of their agents was effectively a terrorist to be widely known.
I'm surprised that someone like Crosbie hooked up with Van Meyer. She was an outstanding officer.
And completely under the influence of her sister. How the hell our vetting process missed that connection, I'll never know. But at least it's rattled internal security up enough to start rechecking their procedures.
Sir, any idea why she did what she did?
Who knows for sure. We're guessing that Van Meyer convinced her that all her troubles could be firmly laid at your doorstep. It made her an easy convert.
In a way, I don't suppose I could really argue with that.
Mark, you did what you had to do 11 years ago. Thank God you did, or the Alliance probably wouldn't still be around. To be frank, Crosby's lucky she's not wired up to some memory stripper having her brain sieved and her personality rewritten.
Memory stripper? You're joking, I hope.
Damn, Mark. You really think we'd stoop to using such a device? They were outlawed for a reason.
Sir, you forget. I've seen what goes on behind the scenes, remember? I know things aren't as black and white as you try to make out.
Captain, you can take my word on it that Crosbie is being treated with all the respect she's entitled to. Now, I understand you were due to escort a convoy of bulk haulers to Eden Prime.
I don't know!
Shan't ask you again, Crosbie. What do you know about Van Meyer's plans?
For God's sakes! How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Very well. It looks like we'll have to get tough with her. Get the memory stripper. She'll talk, whether she wants to or not.
We are clear of the system, my lady. What course shall we set? The course, ma'am?
Course? Yes, course. Set course 153, Mark 12, Mark 74.
As you command, my lady.
My lord, is everything all right? My lord, are you sure you're...
I'm fine. I neither want nor do I need your concern, so please do shut up. That's a good girl.
Forgive me. I thought that with your injury, you...
Sarah, my dear, if I wish you to think, I'll tell you to do so. If you speak out of turn again, I'll let my companion here rip you apart. I trust we understand one another.
Completely, my lord.
Good, then you may go.
Kovenaar, we have word the plan has been discovered. Explain.
Don't worry. Our plans have been delayed slightly, that's all. If anything, this has all worked out rather well. The fleet can't expose the church without drawing attention to its illegal operation. Our allies are more firmly behind us now than before, and no one is aware of the true purpose of the operation. Everything is still on course.
We detect your life force is different.
That's nothing for you to be concerned about.
It is all our concern. The deadline is still in place, and you know what shall happen if you should fail.
I won't fail. Ryan and his cronies won't be a problem for much longer. This I can assure you. I've already taken steps to ensure that they will in fact be out of the way.